I walked outside one morning, coffee in hand, ready to water my tomatoes and sunflowers, but what I saw nearly made me drop the mug. My garden, my pride, my joy, the place where I grew fresh food for my family was gone, completely torn apart. Nothing but ripped roots and bare soil. And standing there, watching smugly, was my HOA president with a crew of workers tearing everything down. To make it worse, a police officer was there too, not to help me, but to make sure I didn't interfere. They called my food garden unsightly and decided they had the right to destroy it.
I ran outside and demanded answers. "This is my property. You had no right." The HOA president just smiled, waving a stack of rules in my face. She said I was in violation of the HOA's aesthetic guidelines. I told her this wasn't just a hobby. This was food for my family. Vegetables, fruit, herbs, all gone. The police officer, instead of stopping them, stood between us and told me to calm down. Calm down. They had destroyed months of work, thousands of dollars worth of plants, and a piece of my heart. I knew right then I wasn't letting this go. That night, I sat at my kitchen table, surrounded by photos of my destroyed garden and every receipt I could find. I started researching, and that's when I discovered something the HOA clearly didn't want me to know. My state had a right to garden law. It specifically protected homeowners from exactly this kind of abuse. The HOA had not only destroyed property worth thousands, they had broken the law. And the police officer who stood by had helped them do it. I gathered everything. Photos of the wreckage, witness statements from neighbors, even the officer's report. I wasn't just fighting for my garden anymore. I was fighting for my rights. The HOA thought they could intimidate me into silence. Instead, I dragged them into court. The courtroom was tense. On one side, me and my lawyer. On the other, the entire HOA board, looking smug, at least at first. My lawyer laid it all out: the destroyed plants, the financial damages, the broken state law. And then came the bombshell, calling the police officer to the stand. Under oath, the officer admitted he had been told by the HOA president that the garden was a violation, and that he was only there to keep the peace. But peace for who? Certainly not me. The jury leaned forward, eyes wide, as the truth unfolded. When the judge finally banged the gavel, the decision was crystal clear. The HOA had to pay me over $900,000 in damages. And to cover the judgment, they were forced to forfeit part of their property. Their smug smiles were gone, replaced with pale, defeated faces. The police officer who once looked down on me couldn't even make eye contact as I walked out of the courtroom. For the first time, I felt the weight lift off my shoulders. Justice had been served.
Today, my garden is alive again. Bigger, better, more colorful than ever. Fresh tomatoes, cucumbers, herbs, you name it. My kids pick vegetables right from the vines, and we sit down to meals that taste like victory. And the best part? The HOA's old parking lot, the one they loved so much, is now mine. Every month, those same board members who tried to destroy me now pay me rent to park their cars. Even the police officer tips his hat when he passes by. The people who thought they could strip me of my garden ended up planting the seeds of their own downfall. And I own their land.